Hello my fellow Rust players and welcome to my first Rust update news video. For this month's forced wipe, the devs added quite a few things, so without further ado, let's get right into it. This week a new small monument, the water well, was added. It can be found in forests and deserts and it looks like an abandoned player base with a water pump in the middle. It costs 5 calories to pump 50 milliliters of water, but if you have food, then now you'll have water as well. Also, this week the military tunnels got a rework, with more interior elements added like covers and high grounds, and quite a bit more lighting from spotlights. But luckily the loot hasn't changed at all. A lot of Steam achievements were added this week, 60 to be exact, and the tutorial task list is about to be complete. The devs say that when finished, the tutorial should contain 15 steps to complete. Also, more game tips were added, but if you want to disable them, type gametip.showgametipsfalse in the console. Interpolation and extrapolation, the delay between the client and the server, has been reworked. Now this delay has drastically been reduced, as we can see here on this seeding. As the side effect of this, the peeker's advantage was almost obliterated, so people who kill you around corners will no longer have the advantage. You can see the one before the update is on top and the one after is on the bottom. Before this update, some players and monuments spawned onto remote islands, from where you could only get to the mainland by swimming a lot. Well, now that's fixed, because players and monuments can only spawn in places from where it's possible to walk onto the mainland. You can see this on this very map in front of you. Have you ever used the pillar block? Well, most people haven't, due to it having no real use other than increasing stability, which nobody really needs. So, the pillar block is now gone for good from the game. But if you use them, don't be alarmed. The devs state that now wall frames provide the same amount of stability as walls and doorways to increase the overall stability of your base. The landscape was also reworked this week. Now there should be more hills and mountains and less even ground. So you should start seeing more variety in the height of different places, especially in snowy areas and forests. Hair rendering tweaks are currently being worked on. When it's done, the hair should seem more seamless and appealing to look at. A bug was fixed which made shadows disappear when you had culling enabled and you looked away from the object that was casting the shadow. Now over to works in progress. The scientist's AI was further developed this week. They learned to open doors and break down barriers, and their spawn locations inside the military tunnels were updated. But sadly our blue friends didn't make it into this week's wipe, but server owners can enable them by typing in squadmanager.squad_disable false into the server startup scripts. The new trees are still being worked on and snowy versions were added for them. View model clothing is almost complete. Most of the models are complete, but a few more tweaks are needed to implement them into the game. Some sounds were changed a little bit, and more are subject to change in next week's update, so that overall volume should be identical for sounds of the same types, for example gunfire. And finally, the devs have made models and animations for the chainsaw. This item might be released as early as next week. Due to this being my first Rust update news video, please tell me how I can improve down in the comments below. Thank you for watching this week's Rust update news. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, thanks for watching.